Make sure on at least 20.
Good morning.
Good, I'm not the only one who's not showing our faces today. No, I know I put a profile picture on this thing, and it's not there.
Letting everybody in here.
Supposed to, like this one.
Having trouble. So how are classes going so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay. There are a couple people who are here who weren't able to make it on Monday. Let's see. Andre and Jason, I know, and is there anybody else who's here who didn't get to introduce themselves? I think I recognize you all. Andre, would you go and what I asked everybody on Monday was just your name, your major if you have one, your hometown, and your favorite animal.
I'm Andre Greenup. I major criminal justice. My hometown is Austin, Texas, and my favorite animal is a bear.
Bear, you have some other bear fans in this room. I think there are at least 2 other people who said bears.
Gotcha.
Who are the bear people? Orlando, was that you?
No, I was a lion.
Oh, apologies. Did not mean to ditch your lion. All right, well, it just helps me remember a little bit more about you. Welcome to class. Criminal justice, do you want to be a police officer or do you want to be in detective?
I want to be a game warden, if you know what that is.
Ah, yes. Do you like working outdoors?
Yes.
You have a specific part of the country you want to work in?
No.
No, anywhere?
Just anywhere, yeah.
I think we were talking about Missouri's great conservation program last time.
Huh?
But yeah, there's a lot of cool places to work. I had a friend who wanted to do that also.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mountains. Okay, I think everybody's making it in. One sec. If you missed it, Andre just introduced himself. His major's criminal justice. He likes bears. And he wants to be a game warden. That's kind of dangerous too, so.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people growing illegal substances who don't like you around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although now that it's legal, no, they're still doing it illegally, so. Yeah, I'm from Collinsville where they have that huge marijuana distribution, what are they calling it? Dispensary? by there, the line was very long. Actually, we use it to drug my cat when she has like, mats that she doesn't want us to get out, and we're trying to demat her because she has really long fur.
Mhm.
So, not a lot of it, just a little bit. It gets really mellow. Let's see. Okay, I think I've got everybody in here who is waiting. Jason, will you introduce yourself? Tell us your name, major,
Can
if
you
you
hear me? Okay, yo, my name's Jason. Right now I'm majoring in psychology. My favorite animal is, I love doggos, and, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, we had a lot of dog fans too. Do you have a dog?
I used to have a box, but we had to give him away. Plan on getting another one, too.
Yeah. I like doggos too.
Yep.
Inundated with cats at the moment. Well, the kittens are about to leave Friday and go to their new places.
Okay.
Right? Is there anybody else that I missed Monday who didn't get to introduce themselves? Because I'm still just getting to know you guys. Oh, Anurag, hang out after class and I'll talk to you about the book.
Ma'am, I did get an online copy. I forgot to inform you. It was just recently, Fabian helped me out. He's in the meeting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was very helpful.
Yeah. Because I was gonna work something out with you, but I am delighted to hear.
Yeah. No worries.
Thank you for persevering.
It's okay.
So, Andre, are you here in Lebanon, or are you in Texas?
I'm on campus.
You're on campus.
Yeah.
All right. So nobody else needs to introduce themselves, or is willing to? Oh, Lizzie.
Maddie said she can't find the link, so
You can't find the link to class.
get on, I guess.
Let's see. Okay. If she goes to Brightspace, there's both of the links are there. One is under announcements, and let's see. Do I have it under announcements? Hold on, let me check. Let me look and see where I put it. Brightspace is a little confusing to me because they have two spaces. One's for announcements and one's just like new things or blog posts, and I'm like, why do we need the other one? I don't know. I've kind of been putting them in both places and going, I need to be more consistent about it. Let me see here. Yeah, I tried to put the permanent link on there, so if you can't find it in your email, you can always go to Brightspace to the class page. In fact, let's all go there. This is what I was going to do a little bit on Monday. Is we're going to look at some things. So let me share my screen. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, if you come to the MCK app, you come to the app page, you click on Brightspace, make you sign in. These work today. Yay! And you guys have all your courses, and I have the courses that I'm teaching. So this is our class, the mountains. I like the mountains. And I did put an announcement up. Right now we're recording on you, and it'll take me about probably 20 minutes after class because it has to process, and then I upload it on the YouTube channel at this link. So if you miss a class or if you just forgot something that we talked about, you can go, and I have them all dated the day of class and kind of a brief summary of what we talked about. So yeah, here it is, the permanent link to the Zoom class. So yeah, under announcements, if she just goes down to the third announcement, it lists all the classes and then it's got the link. while we were here, I asked you guys to look around Brightspace a little, but some of you weren't here. So does anybody have any questions about how to access things?
I had a question on like when we have like are all of like so we won't have anything to be submitted by like because when I was gonna I mean on another subject on another class I had to upload like a video note and uploading things would it be the same or like everything would only have to be in like because you were asking about like a video recently on how so would that be because that obviously can't be in a Word document so would you want that to be a part of like a video note or like
That is an excellent question. So let's take a look at how you would do that because I am going to ask you guys to explain a song and, by next week. So across the board here, if I have a discussion set up for this topic for the song one. So let's go to the discussions. Also, just to show you guys, there's a place where you can ask me questions here. And then there's just the student lounge where you guys can hang out and ask each other questions. And then here I have explain a favorite song. Some of you are already working on it. And so what you would do is start a new thread. Okay. Click on it. And I'll show you how to put the video note on there. So I would start a new thread. Put my subject on there. And then you see this button right here? You click on it. It gives you, if you have the video, like you say you want to use your laptop to record it, you can do that, save it, and then search for it on your computer. It'll access your computer, let you choose the file and upload it. You guys follow me? Or for this one, you can go down, I don't know, does anybody else have a YouTube channel? Maybe you're comfortable with doing it that way. I just go down to add a video note. And if you have a camera on your laptop, you can go ahead and record using your computer's microphone and camera. You guys with me? They're just little short videos. It's not like a big movie production or anything. So
What's the video that we have to post?
Mm-hmm. So you have, on a good question, you can do it through Brightspace if you have it, but if let's just say you didn't have a laptop that had a camera, and you can use your phone. Okay. Then you would have to save it on your computer or email it to yourself to save it on something and then be able to access it through that. Let's look at some of the other ways.
Will you let Maddie into the meeting?
Oh, yes, thank you. Sorry, I shoved
Thank
that.
you.
You can't see it. Come back up here. Let's look at it again since Maddie's just coming in. Hi, Maddie, welcome. I'm gonna let you record a webcam video, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So YouTube, if you have the video already on YouTube, if you have it on your computer, or you can do it through Brightspace if you have the camera. I don't know, has anybody looked to see if there's an app? I have not checked to see if there's an app yet. Well, I think I did, and I'm not sure how much.
There's an app for Brightspace.
Yeah.
That's called, for your iPhone, it's called Pulse.
Pulse. So I'm not sure, you might be able to access the discussion board and then use the camera on your phone.
Yeah, that's how
it is possible. It is possible. I recorded a video for my other class using my phone. It's pretty convenient and easy as well.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
There's stuff about Brightspace that bugs me, but one of the things I really not like is that it's easy for me to leave you guys a video note or for you to do it if you have a camera or you have access to it. Well, that's how you do that, and I'd like you guys to work on that for Monday. And I ask you to look at 2 others and comment on them. It's just helping us get to know each other so we can be more comfortable as a community of writers. So everybody good with that? So if I just assign a discussion, you go to discussion. If I assign a quiz, you go to the quizzes and you choose the quiz. Assignments, I think I've got it worked out so you can see the assignments. Also, let me show you content. This is a place, whenever I show you guys a handout, I will also have it under content. So you can look at it here, or you can download it to your computer. So for example, today we're gonna look at the stages of writing. So if I click on that, underneath all the list comes up and it lets me look at it, or you can download it right here. If you wanna keep it on your computer or print it out. Some people like paper in their hands. Yeah, whatever works for you. Anything else about Brightspace? Anurag, good question. Anybody else have a question about Brightspace or Zoom?
So far, so good.
Like, yeah, and as you point out, things will come up as we start submitting video notes and assignments. Do not panic if you run into technical problems. I can help you with some of them, but most of the time, if something's not working, I know weird things happen with your email. Let me just put in, let me stop here. And open up the chat. If you have problems accessing things, you can go to help desk at mckendry.edu. And if you just start typing it in your Outlook email in the two, it'll come up. Okay. Yeah, if you need help from that, you can let them know. And they're helping a lot of people because, like I said, Brightspace is new. We had it over the summer, but they're still getting the kinks worked out of it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about today, unless you guys have any other questions, is the stages of writing. Share my screen here. And today I want to work on talking about the first, which is the pre-writing stage. So they've done studies of how people write, and what they found out is more successful writers spend a little bit more time planning what they're going to write at the pre-writing stage and a little more time at the end at the sort of editing and proofreading stage. So if you haven't ever tried the pre-writing stage, this is a good thing that can help you improve the quality of what you're talking about and the quality of your information. So this is all the work that you do before you actually start writing the paper. Okay. One of those things is identifying what the purpose of the assignment is. So for example, the first assignment I'm going to give you guys, which I'll talk about here after the break, is to write a resume and a cover letter. Okay. And the purpose of the assignment is to help you learn about several things. One of those is considering your audience. Is that something that you have to do at the pre-writing stage? Like, what do they know? If I'm at a convention and I'm talking to a convention of English teachers and I want to talk about The Great Gatsby, I'm not necessarily going to summarize the story for them. I'm going to assume they know about it, right? Because they're all English teachers. Okay? If I'm talking to a freshman English class, I'm not going to assume that everybody's had the book assigned in high school. I may summarize the story and give some background on it because I'm going to assume they have a different level of knowledge. So you consider your audience, who are you talking to? And so for the purposes of this assignment, you're going to be trying to convince somebody to hire you or to give you an internship. You can use this assignment if you have an internship that you're planning to apply for. And I have some links that are going to come up under announcements for if you want to work for an organization or just apply for a job for it, a part-time job. Might as well use this assignment to do it and get all your stuff in order. So this assignment is to help teach you about considering your audience. And the other thing that we're going to work on is called parallelism. And that means that when you make a list, it's grammatically parallel. And so if you say tracks grades, considers customer satisfaction, all of the first words would line up grammatically. They'd all be verbs or they'd all be adjectives. We'll get into that some more. Today I wanted to focus mostly on audience. Okay. So in the pre-writing stage, why am I doing this piece of writing? So if it's for school, what is your teacher trying to help you learn about? An artist, a period of history, you know, you can ask them if you're not sure. So for this assignment, I'm trying to help you start wrapping your head around who your audience is and what is going to appeal to them instead of what appeals to you. That makes sense. And then how to list things in a parallel fashion grammatically, which we'll talk about. The next thing you do after you figure out what are you trying to write, why are you trying to write it, are you supposed to explain or persuade, then you want to narrow down your topic through some pre-writing activities. Okay, so these are some brainstorming techniques. Has anybody done brainstorming before? Have your teachers talked about it? Sometimes they do in high school already.
Yeah, when I was doing essays in class, or like when I was preparing for my SATs, I was advised to just for the essay, you know, do a lot of these, and they did help eventually. It's pretty helpful.
Yes, because sometimes the scariest thing is looking at a blank screen and not knowing what you want to write about. So if you do one of these activities before you get started, it gives you sort of a way to prime what you're going to talk about and a place to start. And there's like all these different techniques. So if we just we'll try the first one, listing. Well, I'll open a Word document here. It's like a grocery list for your topic. Does anybody have a topic that they can think of that we could talk about? I'll let you guys pick. I don't know if you want me to pick. Anybody want to talk about a topic? Anybody check your phone? Oh, go ahead.
Changing towards a healthier lifestyle, because that's something that a lot of people are moving towards these days. Maybe the reasons and factors behind that, or just, I mean, it depends, like if it's an essay or like.
Moving towards what again?
Towards like a healthier lifestyle, the way.
Oh, so living a healthier lifestyle?
And it like I said, it like there are a lot of components involved. It can be healthy eating, healthier habits. It could be maybe spending more time for yourself and with others, and anything. But it's just like that's all I could think of.
That is an excellent start, and that's exactly what you would do. You kind of put your general topic here at the top. That is the header. And then it's words, phrases that you associate. So somebody help us out. What other things, words, phrases do you associate with a healthy lifestyle?
Minimal stress.
Yeah, reducing stress. That's a good one. Yeah, I like the way you were talking about it. Go ahead.
Exercising.
Exercise.
Hydrate yourself, like drink more water.
Hydration is good. Everybody getting enough sleep out there?
Yeah.
I did not sleep much as a college student. No. Too much other stuff going on. I try now too. Yeah. So like if you look at it, hold on, somebody's coming in. No, we're good. Okay. There's some mental aspects to it, right? Physical. What else?
Mental, social.
Social.
How you're with others. It can also be your environment. If you're in a more organized environment, a cleaner environment, the energy can help you lead to a healthier lifestyle.
Yes, I do feel better when like my room is clean and organized. Yeah, my kitchen's clean. I don't want to cook if it's all messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was asking you to write a 3-page paper on how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, there's a lot of potential topics in here, right?
Mhm.
If you try to do 3 pages and try to cover all of these things, that's a lot to fit in there, right?
Yeah.
Now I know everybody's like, I will choose this, so I have plenty to write about. But that is a trap. It's a trap. Do not fall into the trap. That trap means that you just give me a sentence or two about all of these things and I feel unsatisfied. I feel like I don't really get an in-depth understanding of anything because you're just like pow, 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 throwing one topic after another at me, right? And not really giving me any examples or descriptions or in-depth information. So if you worry about having enough to write about, one of the things that you can do is add examples, descriptions, explanations of your thinking. But when you're in the pre-writing stage, I beg you, please start small, because you can always expand the area that you're going to cover. But if you start trying to cover both the emotional and the physical and the social and the environmental aspects of healthy living, then you realize you don't really have time to cover them, then you got to toss out some of the work that you've already done if you're going to do a good paper that's focused and really has some depth to it. But if you start let's just talk about something like sleep, right? And get as much content as you can about how to have good sleep hygiene. That's a thing, sleep hygiene. You guys educate me so much about this stuff. So I've had papers on that and that goes toward the environmental. So if you got everything down, all the examples, all the explanations about sleep and how to have healthy sleep, a lot of it's about your environment. So you could expand to environment and organization if you didn't have enough to meet the assignment just talking about sleep. Does that make sense? You can pick up something related and still have enough. But if you have this brainstorming, you can go back to it and go, okay, I've said everything I can about sleep, and I'm still a little bit short of that 4 or 5 pages. Environment's part of sleep, or it's part of mental health. And you can pull in one of those topics and then give a good, rich discussion on it. What you don't want to do is be superficial because it's just not that interesting. Hear superficial statements one after the other instead of an in-depth discussion with examples, descriptions of what it looks like that help us picture what you're talking about. That makes sense?
Can you give an example of a superficial statement or something?
Well, let's say I was trying to write that paper about healthy lifestyle. So I might have 2 sentences on healthy eating. You should eat fruits and vegetables. You should avoid carbs and junk food. Then I'm done, and I go to the next one. You should develop healthy habits.
Base level stuff. Okay.
Say that again.
I said so. Just base level stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Whereas if you were going to go in depth talking about healthy eating, then you could divide it into sections of your paper, right? So you could talk about first, what are the best vegetables? I've seen 70,000 internet articles on the best fruits with antioxidants, right? Or how, what do you do if you're a junk food junkie and you're trying to convert to healthy eating? You could have a whole section of your paper on that. Then it's useful information, and then I give you an example. So for example, I was addicted to potato chips, so I replaced them with something crunchy like pretzels. That sounds terrible though. I don't think you should. Ways to transition to healthy eating and not to be hard on yourself and try to go cold turkey and that kind of thing. And you can get more in depth in how to do it instead of just sort of doing a drive-by on all of these topics. Does that make sense? because you're trying to give us enough information for us to really understand the topic that you're knowledgeable about, because you know more about it than I do generally if you know you're writing about it. Trying to give your audience valuable information, and the best way to communicate with us sometimes is giving us examples, and you don't have time to give us an example if you're trying to cover all of these things in one short paper. So one of the things we'll talk about is not just what to write about, but how to write about it most effectively by filling in those examples, descriptions, and explanations of thinking. And then you add in great stuff like research, right? Research shows if you drink milk like a certain amount of times a week, you can lose weight. You could fit that into the healthy eating. Some people say milk is poison. There's some people really against milk. I was kind of surprised. I did a whole class where we talked about food, basically every subject to do with food, food waste. It is hideous, the amount of food we waste in America. We waste like 30%, sometimes 40% of our food. Because we don't like buy funny looking bananas. So what do? They truck them all. Hundreds of pounds of food just because they're not the right shape, you know, potatoes. Well, some of you guys saw it when the pandemic started, like, and everybody was staying home. I don't know if anybody saw them plowing the fields that were full of like tomatoes or potatoes and just plowing them under because it was cheaper for them to do that than to try to do anything else. Seems crazy, you know? We have all this food insecurity going on.
I have a question.
Hmm?
So how many assignments are due, like, after this class, before the next one?
Before the next class?
Yeah.
Excellent question. Well, let's look. There's another thing. Wait, I want to show you guys. We go back into Brightspace. Excuse me. It's hidden here, but one of the things that I like as a resource is if you hit these three dots over here. Oh, excuse me, no, not the dots, the more. See where it says course tools?
Mm-hmm.
If you click on that and go to course, well, for you guys, it's probably not going to say course administration, but that's how I access it. It'll probably say course tools for you. It accesses the calendar. So it should come up with a page like this and have a calendar under site resources. I wish they just had a calendar at the top. So for example, it has a list of things that are due each day, and it's color coded. So you can color code it by your class. I think you can choose the colors too. But like right now, everything for our class is orange. And I've got 3 calendars. I've got McHenry's calendar, which has like what's happening at various times for us teachers and faculty. But then you can see what's due. So if you click on it, so this is next week. Some of these things we're doing in class, like the authority list that you're going to turn in today, you're going to do right after the break. And then turn it in basically right after class. So some of these I'll give you time to do. So don't panic if it looks like a lot of stuff is due, because some of it you're just going to do in class. Okay. So the other thing though that you do need, these are the assignments. The other thing to consider is the syllabus, which lists the reading. So once you check the calendar, or you can go to assignments to check it. But if you go to the course home, and you look at the syllabus, I have those 2 weeks planned out that should have what's due in terms of reading. Actually, I have it down here at the bottom. So this is this week, right? I'm asking you already take the syllabus quiz. You're going to submit the authority list that we're going to work on after the break. And the homework, that's pretty much it. Because I'm assuming not everybody's going to have the book before Monday, so I didn't assign any reading. And then I have homework for Wednesday, read the first chapter in Subjects and Strategies. This mind map we're going to do on Monday in class. That making sense?
Is the syllabus quiz the same as the one we were supposed to do last time?
Yeah, if you've done the syllabus quiz, I have it on here twice, just to
Okay.
remind everybody. But if there's only one syllabus quiz, so don't worry if you've already done it. That's it.
Okay.
And then this is a little idea of what we're talking about for each class. And this is subject to change. You guys might want to hang out on a topic more. You might understand it and want to move on. You know, we'll kind of go at your speed. So this is how you find out. You can look at the calendar under the course tools, under more. And you can also look at the syllabus and see what's listed. And I'm already working on weeks 3 and 4. And I will add them to this document. And I'll put it at the top once we're done with weeks 1 and 2. I'll put it up here. So you'll see weeks 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 below them. Yeah, I'm working on it right here. All right, is that cool? Everybody understand? Okay, so we did the listing one. The mind map is also called clustering, which we're going to try out on Monday. They're just different techniques. Some people do the reporter's questions. So, so the reporter's questions, does anybody have a journalism class? You know what the reporter's questions generally are? The questions that reporters mainly ask when they're covering a news story and try to answer in the news story.
Anything regarding the evidences found or what resources are available if an incident happened? So about the evidence that.
Yeah, evidence of what's that? Yeah, they got to back up what they're saying, right? There's some really basic, like who is involved.
Oh, okay.
What is involved, which we kind of covered the evidence. You're right. You're just getting the expert level.
Yes.
Who, what?
Where it happened.
Yeah. When, where, woo, why, and how. So who are the people involved with healthy lifestyle?
Everybody.
Let's say you want to focus on a specific group. We'll just pick one. You can pick anybody. Wait, how about your fellow college students? Because the way you would tailor that essay is going to be different, right? Because you're going to assume some of them are living on campus, some of them are living at home, some of them don't have access to places to cook things, right? Maybe say college students, parents, cafeteria worker, you know what I'm saying. It's brainstorming, so you can put whatever one or whatever occurs to you. That's spelled today. What is involved with healthy eating, like the food groups. So it's just another way to brainstorm. We're coming up on a minute here. It's going to cut us off. So some of you who are new, Zoom only allows me to do like 40-minute sessions. So we will come back in 5 minutes. We'll have a 5-minute break right now, and we'll be back at 8:45 and continue with class. So take a 5-minute break, and I'll see you in a minute.